The story of a clever prince. Once upon a time, in the kingdom of Aranyapur, there was a prince named Akbar, the only son of the king. As per the king's wishes, Prince Akbar had been sent to study abroad from a young age. After completing his education, he returned to his kingdom. The king decided to test his son's wisdom and called him to court. When Akbar arrived, the king asked him a simple question.
Tell me, what is 2 plus 2?
Hearing such an easy question, Prince Akbar was taken aback and felt insulted. Out of anger, he replied,
2 plus 2 equals 5.
The king was shocked and stood up from his throne. He immediately ordered his son into exile. Prince Akbar wandered alone in the forest. Meanwhile, the king of Surya Kiran, who had lost his way in the jungle with his soldiers, happened to encounter Akbar. The king asked,
Who are you?
I am a simple man, but I can help you.
Using his intelligence, he guided the king and his soldiers back to their kingdom. Impressed by his wit, the king of Surya Kiran decided to keep Akbar in his court and assigned him the duty of taking care of the royal horses. The king of Surya Kiran had a son, but he was naive and unintelligent. One day, the king arranged a marriage between his son and the princess of Swapnapuri, who was known for her intelligence and beauty. However, before the wedding, the princess proposed 3 tests to assess the prince's wisdom. The king of Surya Kiran was deeply worried as he knew his son was not capable of passing such tests. Seeing his distress, Akbar assured the king,
Do not worry. I will help you. Let them send the tests.
Soon, a messenger arrived from Swapnapuri carrying a large pitcher.
The first test was to determine how many spoonfuls of water it could hold.
The king was perplexed, so he called upon Akbar. Akbar explained,
If the spoon is as big as the pitcher, then it will hold 1 spoonful of water. If the spoon is half the size of the pitcher, then it will hold 2 spoonfuls.
The answer was sent back to Swapnapuri, and it was deemed correct. The second test involved identifying the top and bottom of a completely smooth and identical looking stick. Again, the king sought Akbar's help. Akbar tied a string around the middle of the stick and let it hang freely. The heavier end dipped slightly, revealing the bottom of the stick. The answer was sent, and once again, it was correct. The final test required the prince to travel to Swapnapuri. But if he failed, he would be executed. The king feared for his son's life since he had not answered any of the previous questions. Thus, he disguised Akbar as the prince and sent him to Swapnapuri with a royal entourage. Upon arrival, Akbar saw that the palace was surrounded by an endless body of water. There was no visible path to cross. The soldiers hesitated, thinking they should return. But Akbar had an idea. He removed his ring and threw it into the water. The ring made a distinct ting sound as it vanished. Akbar realized the water was covered by a transparent glass floor. Confidently, he led the soldiers across it and reached the palace. A messenger then informed Akbar that the princess was pleased with his intelligence but that the king of Swapnapuri had one final test for him. The test was to identify the princess among a group of dancing maidens. Akbar agreed. The dancers performed in front of him, and he carefully observed them. Suddenly, he reached out and held the hand of one of the dancers. The court erupted in applause. The king of Swapnapuri asked,
"How did you recognize her? You have never seen her before."
Akbar smiled and said,
I have never seen her, but she has seen me. While the others danced freely, she hesitated and blushed whenever she neared me. That's how I knew she was the princess.
Everyone marveled at Akbar's intelligence. Including the king of Aranyapur, who had been present. Realizing his mistake, the king sought forgiveness from Akbar and invited him to return home. With great celebration, Prince Akbar and the Princess of Swapnapuri were married, and they lived happily ever after.
Please subscribe my channel and press the bell button.